Paul woke up one morning and decided to go for a swim. She didn't enjoy being named Paul, though, being named after someone who denied Fathom his rights to do anonymous magic. Not that great for her. She didn't even like Indigo in the story she heard about her that much. She knew that most Sea-Wings believed that Indigo was the one who stopped Albatross, but she didn't believe it. How could someone as weak and weird as Indigo do it? People say that Indigo was really strong, but she doesn't buy it. Paul got to her favorite spot in the ocean and began to hunt for dolphins. Why, you may ask? I don't know. She was feeling like it, maybe? Well, eventually, she went too far. Got lost. She couldn't find her way back. She started looking around for land to go on. Maybe then she could see where she is. Just maybe, though. She got out of the water, but there was a skywing in front of her. She recognized the skywing only from pictures. But the pictures were normally thrown in the trash. They were normally set on fire as well. But that skywing she looked more closely. It wasn't the skywing she was thinking of. It was the General Jewel. She looked around frantically, but she must have heard the splash, because a few seconds later, Jewel turned around and flied at full speed toward her. Paul, being an anonymous dragon herself, didn't know what to do. She hadn't really learned what to do in situations like this with her powers, so her being an anonymous dragon actually did nothing at all to help her in that moment. She just ran. Why she didn't jump in the water? She doesn't know. And neither do I. Maybe she wasn't feeling like it? Who knows? General Jules sped at her at full speed once again, grabbed her by her talons, and threw her up into the air. She then went at her again at full speed and clawed at her face. Paul's eyes started to bleed, and she let out a roar of pain. General Jewel then stopped in midair, about to claw at her tail, before realizing that Paul was just a fledgling. General Jewel immediately threw Paul to the ground and flew away, probably ashamed by her actions of attacking just a fledgling. Paul roared as loud as she could. Wasn't that loud? She's just a fledgling, of course. She got up and clawed her way toward the ocean. She fell right before making it towards the ocean, but the ocean pulled her in. The current is strong. She wasn't able to fight against the current. It kept pulling her different ways. She didn't know where she was going. But she caught a glimpse of the underwater palace. She then realized she was going past it. She tried to fight her way towards the palace. Maybe her mother could help her. Finally, she was able to grab the wall and hold on to it for all her might. She saw one of her brothers coming out of the palace. He was big enough to fight the current and not get swept away. He saw her holding on and swam toward her. General Jewel was walking around the beach shores looking for any Sea-Wings that came from the ocean. Eventually, she decided that there weren't any coming that day and got up in the air. She started to fly away before hearing a loud splash. She turned around frantically and saw a Sea-Wing looked small. This shouldn't be that hard, she thought to herself. She went towards her at full speed. But before she could reach her, the little sea wing started to run away. She went at her again at full speed, grabbed her by the talons, threw up in the air, then caught her and clawed at her eyes, left a gashing scar. Maybe she would be able to kill this one. They always seem to go into the ocean before she could kill them. They're clever for that, instead of trying to fight back. But then, right before she was about to claw at her tail, she saw that it was just a fledgling. It wasn't a small sea wing, it was a fledgling. Ashamed by her actions, she threw the fledgling to the ground and flew away as fast as she could. This isn't good, she thought to herself over and over. What would the queen think if she found out? Ruby is so nice. She won't think that anything wrong would have happened in this moment towards the sea wing. She wasn't that worried on the other talon, because Ruby would understand that she was just trying to do her best, wouldn't she?